This is Radio Now 95.3 FM. Come for the news, stay for informed conversations.
You're still listening to Radio Now 95.3 FM Lagos, your Beyond the News station. This is News Extra, and today's conversation on News Extra is a commemoration of the October 11th International Day of the Girl Child. Now, this is a UN-sponsored day that focuses the attention on the girl child and the struggles she faces in the world today. This year's commemoration follows the theme, The Girl I Am, the Change I Lead. Girls on the front lines of crisis. And it draws attention to the challenges as well as the efforts that girls are making to address what faces them today. Joining us to speak about these challenges and the opportunities available for the girl child, particularly in tech, is Olabisi Busayo Etuk, the program lead, Women Techstars Initiative at Tech for Dev. Ms. Etuk, thank you for joining us on the conversation.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having me.
An absolute pleasure. So let's start by getting just a sense of what you think the problems that the girl child faces on a more general scale are.
Okay. So the problem that the girl child faces is quite a lot, but I'll just. Okay, so I'll just start with a few that a couple of disadvantages that in terms of telling them what they can be. There is also the point of them not having access to opportunities, and there is the fact that there is limited access to infrastructure. There's the inequality where they get to tell them, this is what you can do, this is what you cannot do. The challenges are quite a lot, but then part of what we tend to do at Tech for Dev is creating digital opportunity for African girls, just so that it translates to economic livelihood for them.
Right. So in your role as the team lead for specifically the Women Techstars Initiative, what are some of, I think I want to hear success stories, because it's very easy to talk about the problems and they're a dime a dozen. But what are some of the success stories that you've had in this particular program as regards the girl child? Okay,
so I would start with the story of a girl in Ethiopia. So there is this particular girl that we had. She was taking our training, that's the Women Techstars Fellowship. And at that time, there was a war in the country and she had to go to the IDP camp. There was one that she shared with a particular story she shared with us where she was currently having class and there was an hyena. Yes.
I'm sorry, wait, an actual hyena?
Actual hyena, yes.
Okay.
Where she had to just taking her classes with her laptop and everything. Remember that she moved from her not having a house to going to an IDP camp where she had to stay with a couple of other people, trying to get access to internet, someone had to get her a device just so she's able to take her classes. She was pursued by an hyena. She shared a picture where she was taking the class on top of a tree.
You know, that's a level of commitment that I'm not sure that I have personally. And I say that because I'm okay with dogs. I'm an animal person. Yeah. But when it comes to an animal that could use me for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, it's a completely different conversation. So that is quite the encouragement. But let's come home here to Nigeria. Okay. In terms of the challenges that your program faces, are there any that you can talk to us about, particularly with, now one of the things that you talked about is the lack of access to opportunities, and of course I guess I can call it the role that culture and tradition plays in telling the girl child who she can be and who she should not be. So talk to us about those challenges and what you've done, not just on the tech side, but just in, I guess, making the community aware of the importance of, education for the girl child.
Okay, so I'm going to start with our advocacy. So under the Women Techstars, we have 5 programs. We have the advocacy and also the digital scaling. So what we do with the advocacy is we start by telling you the opportunities, the challenges you're going to face and how you're able to navigate it. What we're currently doing right now is the Tech Girls Drive. We go to schools, we go to communities, we go to religious gatherings, and we talk to the girl child about what is possible. We even use some of our beneficiaries that have been through the program so that they are able to relate. We use role models telling them, this person has gone through the training. This is where she's currently at right now. We have the open day where we bring seasoned professionals. Those that have been there, they've gone from ground zero to 100. They come to talk about the opportunities. They share their journey making it relatable. We've brought Lillian Bernard, that's the head of Microsoft. We've brought her to the open day before, sharing a journey of how she has been able to navigate the cultural biases in the workplace. Remember that from Tech Girls Drive, where we talk to you, we go to schools, we talk to you about the opportunity girls can do STEM. You'll be surprised at the level of questions, the level of mind reset that would have to do when we are asking them, do you know what STEM is? They tell you, oh, what is STEM? Can you tell us, oh, STEM? Really? Oh, my mom says that I cannot do STEM. STEM is for boys.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So,
oh, no, you can't.
With that kind of response, how do you, I guess pushback is a strong way to put it, but how do you go about ensuring that mindset shift happens? And I ask this because I don't think it's just about the girl themselves. I think it's also about the place that they are from and the community.
Yes.
So how do you get it into the mind of the girl that this isn't true, you can actually do it? And then how do you help her community to realize that the girl child is more than traditional roles have prescribed for her?
So, like I said, one of the things that we do heavily is making use of our role models. That's those that have been through our program.
Right.
So those are typical example. Oh, I've been able to do this. This is where I'm currently at right now. Also, we share with them example of people that they can look up to. I know that you ask them a question that, oh, okay, so do you know any female tech founder? Or do you know any tech founder? And what comes to mind is, oh, Mark Zuckerberg. Oh, they can mention numerous male people that are in the tech sector. So we try to highlight more women that are already there, and that's what the Women Techsters is about, just bridging the gender gap in the tech ecosystem, ensuring that we have more women, so that when we're talking about, oh, role models, these are the people, they have relatable role models that they can easily reach out to, they can easily see. So we give them a picture of people that are there already, and we let them know, oh, this person was once in an art class. She's currently a cybersecurity analyst. This is where she is working. There is one of our beneficiaries right now. Okay, I'm not going to mention her name. Oh, she started from a non-tech background. She's currently working with Deloitte as a tech. Yes,
that's impressive.
Very, very. So we have a couple of success stories. So we use those success stories to be able to tell a story that this person came from a non-tech background, and this is where she is right now. So even if you are not following, even if you're not tech inclined, and right now the world is going digital. As an accountant, nobody is using ledger again. It's software. A lawyer right now, we find some lawyers in our community transitioning into cybersecurity, because there's that part of them helping their clients guide. There's the law protection. There's them helping their clients guide their what's it called, their properties.
So the thing that sticks out for me really is the society. You've done very well in telling us just how you convinced the girl child that it's possible. I think that I would be impressed if I had, just a session that puts a role model in my industry in front of me to help me see that I can actually get past the hurdles that I face. But after that conversation, that session is done. That girl child has to go back home to the same community that typically limits her worldview, and I will be honest and say limits our opportunities as well. Is there work that you do to help the community realize the dangers of that limitation? Yeah.
So one of the things also that we do is, I know for, I think it was last month, Lagos State, they were trying to pass a bill, that's the WEE, if I'm being correct. So one of the things they also do is they bring in industries to come and talk about, oh, okay, what can we do? We're trying to pass this bill into place. What can we do better? And when we were having a conversation, there was just so much conversation around the curriculum, about the gatekeepers, the schools, the teachers. They also need to be well equipped. The community, those that are the gatekeepers that are in charge of the decision makers that will tell you, oh, my child, okay, you can go. This is the opportunity that is readily available to you. So we also, aside talking to those girls also, we go to communities where we tell the parents that this is what is available to your ward. Also for teachers also, there is something that we do on basic digital literacy. We also train the teachers, because there is something about you can't give what you don't have.
Right. Now, with that in mind, just as you've talked about Lagos State, seeing the government's response to what is obviously an existential problem for, I would say, at least half of Nigeria's population, how has government's efforts helped in driving the message that the girl child is more than, as a former president once said on infamously, the other room?
Well, so I know recently there was a bill that I don't know if it's just Lagos State where they mentioned that they are going to integrate AI that into technology into all of the curriculum. It transcends that. So not just integrating it into the curriculum, also in terms of infrastructure. Some of the schools that you will go to for our advocacy, they don't have the infrastructures.
I'm talking even basic electricity, yes?
Actually, yes. Get them aside the infrastructure, back up electricity. Because then some of them will tell you, oh, do you go to the computer room? They tell you, oh, no. How many computers does the school? None. And now, WAEC, I know now, WAEC is now CBT.
Yes.
And some of these people are not even prepared for
suits.
it. Exactly. They are not prepared for it. They tend to now go to outside centers and pay to just learn how to write that exam. After the exam, what happens?
And that's a big question. Ms. Etuk, the road is long and the journey is hard. And I have to be honest, as a Nigerian who grew up in Nigeria, this is something that we see very much. I'd like to thank you very much for the work that you're doing, for the Girl Child particularly, and also thank you for being a part of our conversation today.
Thank you.
Lagos, Nigeria News Extra today is commemorating October 11th, the International Day of the Girl Child, and our conversation just now with Olabisi Busayo Etuk, the program lead Women Texters Initiative at Tech for Dev, focuses on what their initiative is doing to encourage the girl child to be more than her environment, her community, and the roles that society typically places on the girl child.
This is Radio Now 95.3 FM. Come for the news, stay for informed conversations.